What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video today. We're going to be looking at some potential Marc Cucurella alternatives for Manchester City in the transfer market. But before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe. We are rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout all of the summer transfer window for you guys to enjoy. So do make sure you have subscribed so you can stay up to date on YouTube with all the latest Manchester City transfer news every single day. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries, leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. Aiming for 300 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. And also let me know your thoughts in the comments below, including which Cucurella alternative you would like City to look at should things not happen for Manchester City. So let's just elaborate a little bit more on this. So I'm not sitting here and saying that Marc Cucurella is not going to join Manchester City. I just wanted to have a look at some potential players that City could maybe look towards should they get priced out of a move for Marc Cucurella. So the situation right now is Man City not willing to pay any more than £50 million for Cucurella, and Brighton are looking for somewhere between £50 and £60 million that Manchester City may well want to walk away. City, they've been doing a lot of their business with net spend in mind, and Cucurella could involve Manchester City breaking the bank, that it could tempt City, should Zinchenko leave, that they could have a look for other alternatives instead. We are expected to bring around £30 to £35 million into the bank for Alexander Zinchenko, so that might well be the price, roughly around what City are looking at to try and sign a fullback this summer. So I'm just going to have a look at some players that City potentially could have a look at when it comes to that. So firstly, I'm not going to go into detail about Joshua Wilson-Esbrand, the young player at Manchester City that can help cover left back, of course. To me, he should be used around the first team squad this season, and with Zinchenko potentially leaving Manchester City, that to me leaves a hole in the first team squad, a senior left back, rather than having a player that hasn't got too much experience, and having a player like Wilson-Esbrand around would help to be able to push Manchester City towards and going into the right direction. But that, of course, is if Man City don't choose to loan or potentially sell Wilson-Esbrand. So we'll see. I'd use him as a third choice fullback for around the squad, and get him some first team experience will be a bit of class experience there for him. So let's have a look then at 5 players, no particular order. The first player we're going to speak about is Jose Gaya, or Jose Gaya, I'm not too sure how you'd say his name, but anyway, he's a 27-year-old Spanish left-back, plays for Valencia. He has a release clause of €100 million. His contract is up next summer, and I'm sure that should Manchester City show interest in Jose Gaya, then they would be able to make a deal happen. Gaya not signing a new contract could be him suggesting that he maybe wants to leave Valencia, and if that is the case, then Manchester City, I'm sure, with a reasonable offer, could make this transfer happen. To me, it is one of the more realistic fullbacks, left-back options out there in the market, and certainly a player that Man City could well have a look at. We've done business before with Valencia, so we know what to expect. It's all about, will Manchester City go down that line? And to me, definitely an option to consider should things not happen when it comes to signing Marc Cucurella. Now, moving on, another player that we could have a look at is David Raum. He's a player that we've already been linked with previously this summer. He's a 24-year-old German left-back, plays for Hoffenheim. Now, his contract is until 2026, so he's got 4 years left on his deal. That means he isn't going to be cheap. However, Kicker over in Germany say that he could be available for around €40 million. That's affordable. It's roughly the same price that City will be getting for Zinchenko from Arsenal potentially. So net spend being so important to Manchester City this summer, that could be a deal that works out. And again, just like Jose Gaya, he is an option, David Raum, and a player that Manchester City definitely could have a good look at if they wanted to sign him. And another player that Man City could potentially have a look at is Rayan Ait-Nouri of Wolverhampton Wanderers. He's a 21-year-old French left-back. He's got experience in the Premier League, so that does give him an advantage over some of the other players that I will mention and have already mentioned in this video. He's the right age that Manchester City look for. They like to pluck out and sign 21, 22, 23-year-olds, mature them, get 3 or 4 seasons under their belt, see how they progress, and then if they end up leaving Manchester City, you know these players leave Manchester City better than what they were when they came. And I feel like Rayan Ait-Nouri would really kick on and really make that position his own should he sign for Manchester City. However, he won't be cheap. His contract is also until 2026. Means Wolves don't need to sell him, and so for any transfer to happen, it would need Ait-Nouri to push to leave, which I'm not sure will happen. Chelsea, they're apparently interested as well. No prices have been mentioned, which means he is going to be expensive. And speaking of Premier League fullbacks, takes us on to Kieran Tierney. It's a 25-year-old Scottish left-back born in the Isle of Man. To me, a little bit injury-prone for my liking, so he's not the top of my agenda should Marc Cucurella not happen. He's also contracted until 2026. Means Arsenal won't want to sell. It means he won't be cheap, and to me, there are more viable, better options out there in the market, but that is just my thoughts. And the last player I want to speak about is Alex Grimaldo, the 26-year-old left-back at Benfica. He's also got 1 year left on his contract, like Jose Heras at Valencia. And Arsenal, they're apparently interested in signing Grimaldo from Benfica. Recently, they put in a bid of just £6 million. That was according to 90-Minute Football. So that's suggesting to me that whilst that offer may not get accepted, and he will be potentially available, but it will be for a bigger price than that, it does mean that City may not need to break the bank to sign Grimaldo, and again, certainly an option for Man City to have a look at, but it doesn't mean that City will make a move for him. But like I've spoken about with many of these players, these are just options that Man City could consider should their first choice left back, Marc Cucurella, not happen. And it's always good to have options B, C, D, and that's what I wanted to really have a look at in this video. And I'm sure there will be other players as well that City will be having a look at as an alternative should Alexander Zinchenko leave Manchester City, which is what we are expecting to happen. So I'd love for you guys to leave your thoughts in the comments below. Which left back would you like Man City to sign this summer should Zinchenko leave? And if it's not going to be Cucurella, which player would you want it to be? Let me know why in the comments below as well. That would be awesome. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. 300 likes is the aim, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe to my channel as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on, keeping you up to date with all the latest Manchester City transfer news this summer, so do make sure you have subscribed. And finally, my social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, my email also in the description below too, if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And I'll see you all again tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.